Have you ever asked someone if they want to be exclusive with you and their first reaction is to kind of like, oh, bow out? Oh my gosh, that can be so frustrating. And it can be really scary, especially if that's the opposite of what you want to happen, right? And initially asking them that question in the first place. So that's what we're going to talk about today. How to talk to someone about being exclusive without scaring them away. Hi, my name is Sarah. Welcome back. We are here with CatholicMatch talking all things dating and relationships. And today we're going to dive into this topic that I think is super pertinent because our dating culture right now kind of idolizes ambiguity. There is a romanticism, I think, that is attached to not knowing exactly what you are in your relationship or not having a label, even saying like we aren't labeling it. That is something that is attractive to people in today's dating culture. And I think it lets women down, it lets men down, because at the end of the day, that is not how we truly feel. No one wants to truly go through life not knowing what's going on, right? We all want to be aware and be intentional with what we're doing. And so I think having this conversation is difficult because we're living in a culture right now that doesn't think it's very necessary. So how do we do this? How do we dive into this in a way that isn't scary for the other person? Maybe you have been dating someone for a few dates, or it's been a few weeks, and you're thinking to yourself, I'm not dating anyone else. I want to be exclusive with this person. How do I address this with them? Because I don't know where they stand. And my answer is this. Ask them what their intentions are. What are your intentions with this relationship? What are your intentions with your love life? You can find out that maybe they're casually dating other people, that maybe they're looking to get married within the next 12 months, or that they believe that you ought to date for a certain number of years before even thinking about getting engaged. This question is so open-ended and so helpful because it makes everything clear to you. In asking what are your intentions, you're getting their picture, their expectations of what this relationship is going to look like in the future. And the hope is that it matches up, right? The hope is that they say, I am exclusively dating you and I want to only be dating you. And then from then on, you guys can carry the conversation and decide that you are only going to date one another to get more serious and to be exclusive. Or you can ask that question and they can say, I'm casually dating other people. I don't really plan on stopping and I really enjoy you, but maybe you're further ahead in the relationship than I am. And then heartbreaking as it is, that maybe that's fit to end. Maybe you encounter someone who says, I really like you and I want to be serious with you. I think you have to date someone for at least 2 years before you can get engaged. And that can be all well and fine, but that could also be a year too long or a year too short, depending on how you view dating and engagement and marriage yourself. And so this question is one of my favorites because it takes away all the unknown. And that can be really scary because then you can find out that known for them is completely different from the known from you. But it is also going to be the only way you are able to pursue a relationship further if you really want to do that. I also want to add that if you have this conversation with someone, let's say you bring it up and let's say they do the piece and they dash, I want to offer some consolation that maybe that relationship wasn't right for you in the first place. If the single question of what is your intention or do you only want to date me is enough to scare them off or to make them end the relationship or be super weird or awkward or whatever you may have, that is okay. You will be okay because you don't want to be with someone who is broken that easy, who walks away that easy at the asking of a single question about clarity and intentionality. These are questions that you want someone, your future spouse, to be bold and happy to answer, to also want the answer from you as well. I think that if you bring up this question with someone else and then they end up asking the same question back to you, that you have just hit the jackpot because you're with someone who also wants those same answers, those same clarity, those same intentions. And so I know it can be really scary, especially because our culture today really idolizes not knowing where we are or what we're doing, but that doesn't mean that you need to. So take a breath, dive right in, and just ask them their intentions. Maybe on date 3, date 4, once you decide that you know what your intentions are, you are free to ask them theirs. That is all I have for today. Drop any questions or any further comments you have below. Do you have a way that you've done it that's super successful? Let others know, because I'm sure we could all use one another's tips and tricks. In the meantime, go ahead and subscribe to us here on YouTube. Like the video if you appreciated this content, and go ahead and follow us over on Instagram. I'm there monthly doing lives with different people, talking completely different topics than I talk about here, and I will continue to see you here as well. Have a great day.